Hello, champions out there. It's your boy. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to Journey Through Eorzea. I'm your host, man with hat, Tiberius Fox. We are up on the top of this castle, spire, what have you, kind of thing. We just saw Hraesvelgar. I say just. What I mean is like 5 days ago, because I haven't played since the 12th. I had a bunch of stuff happen, and I was really busy, so I was unable to. Also, they updated the OBS, so I'm hoping they change. This is like a small gripe. The bars that I watched to see what my levels are were horizontal, and now they're vertical, and that's throwing me a bit. And I don't trust them now for no reason at all. But that's beside the point. Again, as usual, that's not what we're here. So everyone's kind of upset about it. As you recall, Eorzea is just absolutely pouting. Look how sad she is, dude. Like, that's perpetual like sadness emote that she has there. Estinian is not phased at all, and he's just kind of like, we're ready to go. No one's as pouty as Eorzea is. So, without further ado, as we do, let's talk to Alphino and figure out what we're doing. As soon as I figure out what my cat's doing, what do you want? I will, yes, you just go over there. Thank you. Just hang out right there. Good boy. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if I can still voice act after 5 days of not doing so.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
Unless, of course, it does the voice acting for me, at which time I don't have to do that.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
What is she expecting to do? They tried to parlay. They are not interested. Nidhogg sure ain't interested. And Hraesvelgar is too mad. Even so, he's like, alright, it's cool. And he trounced her and made her feel like, I'm kind of trying to recall, but if I recall from 5 days ago, he basically told her, yeah, you're not really Shiva, deal with it, but she's still like trying to pursue it. But it's like, you're gonna be mad at him because he wants to go fight? Of course he wants to go fight. Why wouldn't he?
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgar. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
I mean, I don't know if he's really saying continue it. He's just saying, like, we gotta do something about it, because otherwise Nidhogg's gonna come in and just, like, wreck everybody. The thing is, I'm not saying that, like, obviously fighting perpetually is good. Like, no one wants to be in a forever war. Like, that sucks, right? You've already been at a war with them with 1,000 years. But with that being the case, she's, like, expecting him to just drop everything because of the fact that they heard some bad stories. Like, if they were willing to come to the table, like, look, let's say they went and they talked to Hraesvelgar, and they talk to him and they say, hey, we just want peace. And they're like, yeah, no, actually, some bad things happening. Go, like, look, we understand some bad stuff happened, but everyone keeps dying. It's a bad time. Let's all put it at the table. And Hraesvelgar goes, all right, you know what? Let's come to the table. And maybe they have to, like, deal with Nidhogg then, right? Because Nidhogg's too blind with rage. Fine. But he has already blown us off at this point, right? And he's saying, like, well, we got to just deal with the problem then directly, because we can't do anything. If he's not going to, like, arbitrate on this to try and broker peace, then we have to do it. And she just, like, wants to, like, we want to roll over and die? Like, what? Her plan, she doesn't have a plan. That's the thing. She doesn't have a plan of any kind.
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
I mean, a little presumptuous. You're assuming if you take out the general that no one would replace him, but I see what you're saying there. You know, you're saying, like, we stomp out the general, you know, we take out the Caesar, we're in good shape. But still, fair.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
I think you underestimate something, Alphino. I think that he knows full well that he can fight him, one. And two, I think he is heavily banking on my assistance because I'm assuming that Estinian is assuming that I'm a pragmatist of some sort, and that I'm not going to just let Ishgard get absolutely raffle stomped because of this. So, like, I would help, and I am clearly very strong at killing unkillable, big, strong dudes, dragons included.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible?
I assume he is referring to me. I didn't think I got the title of Azure Dragoon, but maybe I did. Again, I really like that the game will change the dialogue slightly if you are, like, if you've taken on a job quest or something, or you've done something slightly like, oh yeah, we've met before, or in this case, there are two Azure Dragoons. What say what might be possible, right? Like, I like that, and I didn't know that the first time I played it, and it's really cool upon replaying it that that's the case.
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
I mean, you don't want to, but, like, they're not really giving us a choice. We tried to come and say, hey, like, let's go to the table, and they're like, no. What's the next step? Nuh-uh? Like, you can't really do much else.
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That's an ironic statement.
I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Man, that would be absolutely devastating to learn that basically, like, your entire life is a lie. Everything you believed about yourself was untrue. You thought, like, you had a kindred spirit in this dragon. You thought that you were this person that bonded with dragons. Like, actually, no, that's true. You suck. It just destroys your entire self-worth.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
As cold as Estinian is, that is a baller statement. Your words will not reach her now, and we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of... Oh. Alright. She's gonna 3-dot me? Okay. What false god is the Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Ooh, now she has to reckon. I didn't think about that. She has to not only accept that she's not who she thought she was, she now has to say, okay, well, if I'm not that, then what is that thing that is within me now? Like, I've become a host for this entity that I thought was one thing, but it turns out, no, actually it's not. What? Damn, that is... There's so many implications in the story that I just straight up didn't think about the first time. I was like, okay, we gotta go kill Dragon. Let's go kill Dragon now, because I'm simpleton that way. But just absolutely fascinating to think about, right? Which one is this? I don't remember what this is. This is Sorrel Kai. I don't remember that at all. You know who should be here. Mjolnir should be here. If anyone's wondering what that means, I know I've said that several times. If you've ever watched the movie Stripes, right? There's Stripes, and Bill Murray is there, and he's with Harold Ramis? He's with Harold Ramis, and I gotta first make sure I'm going the right way. We're going that way. Okay. And they're there, and they're like, well, they need help. And then he doubles back because Harold Ramis is in the RV, the armored RV in Stripes. Stripes is a movie from the 80s. Fantastic. If you haven't watched it, what have you doing with your life, honestly? I say, as a, well, I don't know. It's got some questionable parts in it, but, like, on the whole, if you were just looking at it in a vacuum, it's great. Who do we got here? Eleanor Houseworth Hall. Nice. So he's there and he's saying, hey, you know, we're in a problem. We can't get through this. What do we do? And he's like, you know who should be here? Russell should be here. And then they go back and scream for Russell, and Russell uses like a flamethrower or whatever to help them at a range. And thus, so whenever I see that, I'm like, you know who should be here? Mjolnir should be here. And that is why I say that. So, fun facts. All right, throw some of that. There we go. See if I can remember how to play this game. I'm kind of actually excited because, man, when you haven't played a game you've been playing for like 5 days and you're thinking about it a lot, it is pretty cool to suddenly go back and start playing it again. I've been playing all sorts of stuff. Well, I haven't been playing much of anything in the last like 5 days, but when I was playing a little bit, I was playing Planet Crafter, which is like an okay game. It's simplistic, but there's a lot of depth to it that I just haven't got into. It's like, let's terraform this planet. The last thing I did is I turned the sky blue, and that was like a big deal, I guess. And then I was playing Jump Space, but I haven't played that in probably a week and a half. Probably since before my last episode aired, frankly. I'm hoping to get at least 2 episodes recorded tonight. That would be ideal. Because I don't want this to stall. I have a bad habit of letting things stall and then going, I don't feel like doing that anymore, and then just letting it die. And I really, really, really don't want that to happen. This is too important. I mean, I think a big patch for this game just came out, or is going to come out. Where am I right now? Where am I going? Hang on. Where am I going right now? I gotta go that way? Oh no, it'd be real shame if I suddenly flew. Oh no! We're falling with style. It's not flying. It's just falling with style. That's all it is. But pretty jazzed about it. Oh, more dragons. Defeat enemies as you continue to search for the Aerie. Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm pretty sure it's the giant thing in the sky there. Can't imagine where it is. But I think that's when we get the Manacutter, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know that, but I believe that. I might be overpowered. Alright. Alright. Let's continue on. Yeah, like I had the Manacutter. I always thought the Manacutter was kind of cool because it unfolds the sails and the whole thing. It's in the trailer, right, for Final Fantasy XIV's Heaven's Ward. We watched that when we watched the trailer or whatever. But, you know, that said, hang on, where are we going? We gotta take a left. Gotta take a left at the fork here. But I always thought the Manacutter was cool, but that means we had to talk to Cid, because that means what would happen, even though I don't remember exactly how it happens. What's going to happen is we're going to get there and we're going to go, oh yeah, we know it's up there, but we can't get there, what do we do? And they're going to say, oh yeah, we got to talk to Cid, and Cid's like, I'll build a thing, I guarantee it. I don't remember 100%, but I guarantee it. Alright, out of the way, come on. Oh, there's one behind me up there. Hiya! Oh no! I thought for a second it was actually going to hit me and do, oh no. Alright. Man, I am too busted OP when I'm not level synced. Even with my horrible lack of using any sort of meaningful combos. I will say, while this class is kind of dial-a-combo, I don't know, I've heard Monk is worse in a way, but it's still fun, it's flashy enough to be interesting to watch. Part of the thing is, like, I have a habit of just staring at my, I think it's up here, staring at my hotbars when I'm in combat. Like, I'm just watching out of the corner of my eye for color on the floor to dodge, and then I'm just staring at the hotbars to see what I have to do, so. Alright, let's see if I can voice act. I hopefully expect to mess it up.
Is that it?
And more voice cutscenes? What in the world is going on?
Aye, that would be the Aerie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye. His caustic hatred gnawing at my soul.
I don't remember it being so obscured by like fog and clouds and stuff. But maybe I'm just misremembering it.
'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
Oh, don't even remind me about that. That was like running around trying to find a gem for like 14 years until I finally found the right one.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
I see what she's there. Okay. I need an airboat with fancy abilities. It's cool though. We're in part 2. I forgot to mention that too. We all obviously at the end of the last episode we got the thing for that. So let's see who's got. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult the engineer friend of yours. Very well. On the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by Link Pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renette's Forum, Tiberius. From what I gleaned from the Holy See's decidedly ambitious airship project, Cid will still be in Ishgard. Alright, let's get a-going. Alright, so where is St. whatever's Forum? Isn't that in the city? So let's just teleport to Foundation. I don't know what my point is. I should actually probably set Ishgard as my return point. Because I had it set for the other one, and it'd probably be logical just to set this as my home point. Set home point. Yes. There we go. That was a Terror Feather. Oh, who's this man? Sailor. He's got a fancy hat. He kind of looks like a clown. It's terrifying. And he's also a dancer, which means he dances like a girl. Alright, let's get going. Sorry, dancer mains. I don't respect you. Let's go. Alpha, no. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel Manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Emmerich would be the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience on short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmont's youngest son prides himself in knowing all of the Holy See's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emilienne is about. Oh good, I'm so excited to talk to that kid again. Alright, well, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Man, I really wish it's funny, I have a hat. What's this man doing? He's doing something crazy. Get out of here. We're inside the manor, of course we will. I like that I have my house over in Shirogane or whatever. Like, people really want that. But man, I would much rather have a house here in Ishgard. I know, I'm an Ishgard stan. Whatever. Ah, the hero returns. How does it go with the fight, old boy? Well, I trust? In search of a Cid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he's been taken with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued by mishap from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Tiberius, we must find Cid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Thank you, Mr. Emilienne, man. We're gonna go. But yeah, I would much rather have a house here. If I had, like 20 million gil or whatever, I would absolutely... Hang on. Am I missing this? There it is. I would absolutely buy a medium house for the free company over there. And then, I would just, move. I don't think our house is bad, but in the year and a half-ish that I've had it, no one has ever come to our house. In fact, I'm the only one that's ever spent more than 5 minutes there, so. I'm happy we have a medium house, because we could definitely not have it, but whatever. Alright, what do we got to say? Tiberius, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it in their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know for how much longer. All right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best I let lads show you. Come, our manufactory is not far. Man, I love that I can wear my hat all the time now. That just like makes... just chiming in. Just saying. I know it doesn't match every piece of gear, and maybe like wearing this seems silly, but I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm looking for the thing that's over there. It makes me happy, because like I can't imagine... I just think I look weird without it in most cases. I think the only time I didn't is when I was a ninja and I had like a little headband was okay. But, alas. Alright, let's see what we got. I think it's up here. Another person, it's Bell Fritz Speed. What are you, a ninja or something? Botanist, a level 80 botanist? Terrifying. Our little project's just inside. Oh, but you're gonna like this one. It's the Manacutter. Look at my face. Amazing.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a Manacutter.
I'm not nearly British enough for this cast.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
It's kind of like he's kind of Scottish or something like that.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them.
The voices, man, they just keep throwing me.
They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution.
You know what's interesting? After a certain point, I feel like I haven't heard Sid actually have voiced voice lines in a really long time.
I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
In fact, I don't recall him ever showing up in the entirety of Dawn Trail, for that matter. Let alone, I think in Endwalker he had a
The
little
design
bit.
does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
Or you could just be great like me and fly it anytime you want.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Uldah. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
Now of all times, really, come on. I could be fighting Nidhogg right now.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Manacutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Rauban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Always with the Sultana, right when like I actually need to go do something. But so be it. Can't be letting things just slide, you know what I mean? I gotta go and raffle stomp some nerds. We could do it. General Bond says that we may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which means both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Tiberius. Oh, that's Alphino. I just assumed it was still her. I'm wrong. Come, Tiberius. Pressing through Ishgard's plight, maybe our presence here will not serve to hasten the Manacutters' completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Justinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, warrior flight. 'Tis past time Uldah was delivered from this darkness. That is, optimistic. You know, I do wonder. Hang on a second. So, no, that wasn't it. That can't be right. I'm just trying to think, like, what... In the original... Alright, just let me look at something for a second. So, in the real new Game Plus, right? If... I'm just thinking. Like, you have... The first few parts, what was it? The first 4 parts were 2.0, and then the last 2 were, like, the patches between 2.0 and 3, or, like, 3.0, i.e. Heaven's Ward. I don't know. Let's go to the Waking Sands, kids. You know what the secret is? Do we remember the secret? Let's go to Limsa, so that's what it is. And take the boat. We can go see what kind of degenerates are hanging out in Limsa today. Oh, it's popping off. Alright. Ethernet. It's been so long. I don't remember how to get there anymore. I'm scared. Ah, it's a Dragoon. Run away. Alright. Let's go down here. Talk to our man here. Yeah, I'll go for 80 gil. I'll just ride the boat. I forgot to skip the cutscene. I wonder what the next dungeon's gonna be. I'm trying to think. The last one... This last one... I can't remember what the last one was. I'd have to look at it. Shameful display. I still can't get over that guy's hat. What would possess someone that's a sailor? Be like, you know what I need? A pointy dunce cap hat. You know what I mean? Surely I missed something. I don't know. Alright. Man, the Waking Sands, how nostalgic. They just can't let it go. They're like, how do we make this real estate worth it? I ask you. So you know when they are, okay. Have to go in the solar, or go off to the side? I don't know. An interesting query, to be sure. Oh, just go inside, okay. Oh, the gang's all here, alright.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
I like how I scowled, but I don't know why.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery.
I have no idea what that is.
There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
How perfect.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady in waiting, Meriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
I mean, in fairness, like, aren't you guys like a bunch of ninjas? Couldn't you just grab her without anyone even noticing? You're like a Spec Ops team of Final Fantasy XIV, am I wrong?
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the Manacutters, we'll have a fight on our hands.
Oh no, I'm scared.
We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
Bro, you know I'll let you mine. I ain't gonna leave you hanging with one arm, dude. Come on.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo, and for Uldah!
I'm just gonna stand there? Come on. I saw it's funny, he stopped to stand there for a second. I was like, man, what are you just standing there for? Okay, well. Alright, well. Our target is Meriel, the Sultana's firstborn lady in waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Meriel is still in hiding there. Sure. Why not? I can't remember how many times I said okay or sure. But you know what? When it stops being apt, I'll stop saying it. You know what I mean? Alright. Oh no, it's Ava Hansen. Oh no. And Salazar Heathcliff? Oh my gosh, this place is flooding with nerds. Well, that traveler might enter you a Chocobo Porter. Alright. Hang on. If I go... I gotta go over there, right? So... let's just take a Chocobo Porter to Horizon. Well, let's do it. Should just let me take one all the way there, but what do I know? This is the best method of travel in the game, and anyone who says otherwise is a liar or a heretic. Looks like all our stuff is down there, which is fine. We shall get there post-haste. I just realized I never really thought about post-haste and what that means. Post meaning after and haste meaning quick, so after we get there real fast. Man, why did that take me nearly 40 years to figure that out? Or at least, you know, I'll get the benefit of the doubt and say like 30. Still, shameful display. Alright, come on, Chocobo Keep. I got more places to go. The Silver Bazaar for 2 minutes and 15 gil. I realize though, thanks to Island Rules, I could fly there, but we'll fly, we'll fly back or teleport or whatever we're gonna do after this, so it'll be fine. You guys, let's be honest, real OGs of this channel love Chocobo Porters, I'm gonna say. If anyone out there says they don't like a Chocobo Porter, they don't like this show. I don't say. Chocobo Porters are for the real ones, is what I'm saying. I am very happy to be back, like, recording, though. Even just 5 days feels like an eternity when you're really doing, everything. Although the good news is, taking that little break makes things feel more fresh. You're a little bit more sloppy about doing certain things, but at the same time, you're like, oh no, that's cool. This is a part of the map, like, I've spent more time here, probably. I've done a few fates. One of my friends who played this game for like 5 minutes started here, so we were out here for a while. But I think most of my other time is when I was on my stint of doing crafting, where I really got into crafting and gathering for a while. I was out here with my miner for quite a while. But that was probably the whole thing. like how many NPCs are just standing around by fire pits all the time. Like hot dogs? I'm down for hot dogs. I'll go use my fire pit, but unfortunately, because it's been spring, my fire pit filled with water with all the rain, and then it froze again, so now I have like a giant chunk of ice in my thing. Bees? Oh my gosh. Hang on, this guy is just bees, I don't know. Bees knees, 29 members. I like how every like thing there's like one of two things. Never mind, doesn't matter. Do I know about any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they've been starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. Alright. Kiki-poo. Greetings, Tiberius. What can I do for the Silver Bazaar's favorite adventurer? Looking for Mariel, you say? I was hoping to lure her back to Uldah. You may as well give up now. The girl's done with the city life. You know what's funny? That's the thing that's funny is, I don't really remember her at all. I don't remember that. I remember the lady we're looking for, but the, you know, that lady over here at Silver Bazaar, that must have been like the very beginning of the game, because I don't remember that at all. But what do I know, you know what I mean? Mariel? Aye, she's here. Left for the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though, It's the one closest to the market entrance. Wait a minute, a ferry skipper? Where's this ferry skipper go? Does he go to, wait, does he go to the thing? Yeah, Crescent Cove. I don't know where Crescent Cove is. Okay, that's not the name of the housing district. What the heck is Crescent Cove? I don't remember what Crescent Cove is. Must just be another area nearby. I love that there's like little shortcuts like that throughout the, you know, everything. Alright. In here. Are you in here? No. I will find you, wench, and when I do, I will capture you for your treachery. Let it be known that I will capture you for your treachery. So much so that I don't mind jumping 15 feet off of this thing. Alright, the circular one looks promising. Let us go in here. Are you in here? Let's see. Keep those filthy gropers off the merchandise. Not interested in your merchandise, sir. I'm looking for filthy traders. Alright. There's somebody up there, but I don't think that's where I need to go. Only one house left, though. Are you back here? No. Ah? Mariel. Ah. I knew I'd find you. Oh, I got the whole entourage. This girl's screwed, dude. Look at him hide his face. Why are you afraid?
You are Mariel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
They're really not stiffing me with the voice acting, which is nice.
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
I like how it says no of that name. Pray excuse me. Granted, we already know that it's her. She's had glasses on normally, but her name bracket says Mariel, so now I know it's you. Oh, she don't look happy.
General Alden.
Oh, how would you know that if you weren't Mariel? You are so boned.
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Oh no, it's the bad guys.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Oh no, it's Lolorito!
Lolorito, you'd best talk fast.
He ain't wrong. Last time he talked to some guy who talked trash to him, he cut that guy in like half, so...
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity, Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn, a new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
I still don't understand that whole plan. He knows that he's trying to betray him, right? And he's like, oh, well, he didn't really kill the Sultana or whatever, even though he thought he did. Let's assume he thought he did. He stood in front of Rauban and insulted him and told him that, like, if I recall correctly, that she was dead, sent him into a blind rage, and caused him to murder him. What was his game plan to get out of that situation? Did he think he wouldn't do that? I don't understand. You see a fool, a super scheme to let the fool seal his own demise. He put himself in it. It's not like he was behind a wall or like plexiglass or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? He didn't have a way out, and he really should not have taunted Rauban without having an out. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a hole there that I just don't understand.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan.
Okay.
I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
Man, maybe I'm misremembering. Did Ilberd just tell him? I'd have to go back and watch it. Because I just thought, it's like, why would you... he was provoking him while being in the room with him. But if he didn't provoke him, I don't know.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine.
Dude, Ilberd cut off his arm. I would not be, like, flexing about the fact that Ilberd was under your employ. He cut off his arm. Never mind everything else.
Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
No, Alpha ain't happy about that either.
Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
You know what's funny? I was just saying that Teleji Adeleji didn't seem like have an out plan, and he taunted, or like allowed Rauban to be taunted. And so now you got Lolorito here instead, and he's doing the exact same thing.
Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
Oh man, I don't know.
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teledji Adeledji without trial?
I mean, that's a tough sell there. Like, Teledji Adeledji pretty much admits that he commits a crime. He's gonna have you killed, and then, you know, apprehended and killed, and you're like, oh, but he didn't get a trial. It's like, well, my wife and I have been watching The Blacklist. Maybe I'm just getting too cynical in that way. Just like a Raymond Reddington, just like, oops, sorry, seemed to have murdered you, my bad.
Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find Her Grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I think he'd like to snap you in half is what he'd like to do.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Fair.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Uldah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ulnamo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
You know, starting to not trust all Lolithils, you know what I mean? Just saying. Look at the sulk walk. Let's all sulk our way back to Uldah, guys. That's a nice diversion. I'm glad they're like, yeah, we gotta get here so we can fight. And then I get here, and we fight nothing. Everyone just gets resolved peacefully. That's boring. I don't want to do that. I don't want to punch a guy. Alright. So where are we going? Alphino? By the 12, I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us with the means to rouse the Sultana. Shall we also make our way to Uldah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. So we've already... Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I haven't been here, like, been gone that long. We're already getting, like, you know, we'll ride back. In fact, you know what? We'll fly back. We're bold enough. We'll fly back. Has it really been so long that we've already been, like, had our names cleared? Feels like it wasn't that long at all, you know what I mean? What do I know? But I do know one thing. That's my mount can't fly any higher. So Man, it's so cool they let us, like, fly around the original areas now. Yeah, no, my mount can't fly any higher. Calm down. Calm down. Here, we'll fly right in the gate. That'll be a good thing. Oh no, we're in the gates of Node. Alright, let's see where we gotta go. People with Barfin at the Royal Promenade. I think the Royal Promenade, that's not over here, is it? No, that's like the center circle area, like where the one guy's at. Alright. Man, I always do this. I always want to get somewhere, and then I forget to just stop and grab the stupid aetheryte. I'm like, oh, I gotta do that. Oh no, it's a Crystal Brave. Look at that. That's scary. It's a Crystal Brave. Gotta fight like 14 Crystal Braves right now. Alright, let's go to, I believe what I want is the Chamber of Rule. Yes, there we go. Once again, we're at Uldah, my least favorite place. But you know what? It's not bad. It's just not as good as it could be, you know what I mean? It's just how it is. Alright. The Post Woman is there. Risha Bladewalker. Flame General Raubon mentioned that you might be coming. Please, this way if you will. She over there having nappy time? Oh, she got little stuffed animals and everything. Come on, give her the grape drink and we'll be good to go. Turns out it's poison, kills her. That'd be brutal. It's like he's the one that poisons her and murders her. It's like, ah, he wasn't guilty after all, Man, I bet she wants a burger so bad right now.
I was having the longest dream.
"'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
Why are you missing an arm? I want this straight up ask me how I feel about it and be like, no. I'm usually big on forgiveness, but I just want to be like, no. You guys framed me. No. You're terrible and you should feel bad.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she's none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldah into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
I can't imagine why you would say that.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
It's a fully operational battle station.
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and lady, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
That's a great look on my face. I'm just so serious. Not that it's unserious information, I just think it's funny.
'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldah has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves.
I can't. What? No. I kind of thought it was a
Among the
conclusion.
recruits, there were those who supported our order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified grand company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low.
Him having a different voice actor and talking about something with which his voice was not present at the time almost seems like a weird... I don't know, if anyone's ever watched the show Sliders, where they have, different dimensions or whatever, it's almost like a different Alphino did that, and then he had to step into place, and now, while he understands it, has to move on in a different way. I know that's not what's happening, but it just, my brain thinks it's that way.
I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship, and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
That's right, they're all still missing, aren't
The role
they?
of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
You know, early Alvin never seemed like he was super jazzed to be part of the Scions, frankly. Hell, whenever they had a meeting talking about Scion stuff, he wasn't there 90% of the time. It was usually Minfilia, so... I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains, there is no man alive whom I'd rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this Manacutter of theirs is nearing completion. I am assured that her grace will make a full recovery. I, and Uldah too, should flourish once more. General Raoban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Ugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Must you know where things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You will be pleased to know that the third unit of Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilberd's defeat. The only blue uniforms that are seen now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. To me. But I am grateful to hear that some of our members have their true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as the Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Tiberius? You were there at the company's inception. 'Tis only fitting you be present at its end. And I would appreciate your support. It feels like it was not even that long ago, but there is a real factor that happens when you go, instead of having to wait months between expansions, right? Or even like, a year or more. And realizing that, and then having to go, and then it's just like, oh no, that was like, 2 weeks ago, or whatever. It really changes the perspective on when things happen, because I don't know how long it's supposed to have been, but it feels like it wasn't that long, like maybe a month ago, right? And they're acting like it's been like, oh yeah, we did this so long ago, and it was a big deal. That's Slaffborn. It's a big deal, and that or that. It's gonna be different not seeing, that. Wait, wasn't there a guy up the road? Yeah, Crystal Brave, the guy who was like calling me a traitor or whatever. I wonder what he's gonna say now. Let's go see what the guy says. You rejoice at your return, O esteemed and merciful warrior of light, but please have mercy on me. Alright. Yeah, you were all talking that trash before, and now suddenly you want to calm down, huh? Alright. I'll see how it is. Ain't nothing. Yeah, the OGs. Commander, you're alive. And Tiberius too. I knew he'd scrape through. Gotta do pirate voice for that guy. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you, all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you're not to hear us complaining. 'Twas a sight messier than the expected eye, but we was still fighting for freedom and all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye. There you go. You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret, then, that I must... That's enough of that, Commander. We know you have a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We've talked it over, see, and we're all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us each to other and to you. Commander, Alphino, our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to it. Let us help the Scions. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others. I don't recall the giant guy in the orange hair at all. Everyone else is kind of vaguely familiar. Sort of. My friends, after all that has happened, I know not what to say. So your shortest one here. Don't you dare cry right now. You cry, I will sweep your legs like Johnny and Karate Kid. Even though we fail, I'll succeed. Oh. Pray excuse me, I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Tiberius. But if Thalic is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. Alright, well, let's get going. I must speak of the future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing Scions will need to be shared with our allies across the realm, specifically Urianger and the Waking Sands, and Tataru and Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the Manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able. Alright, hey, good news. We set the home point, so we can just return to Foundation. Let's go! Always getting turned around every chance I get. Tiberius, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have at this moment completed the Manacutters' first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to a finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Four Times Manor. A dragoon there named Estinian was looking for you. Oh no, he came back on his own. I don't know if that's good news. I don't think Estinian would come back unless he thought, like, you know... Yeah, alright. Well, let's go see what our boy Estinian's got to say. Let's figure out what's going on. Welcome, Master Fox. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. That guy's name is Rocks and Roll. That guy's got the name of the day. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Uldahs, then? Mistress Tataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned these Manacutters of the Master Garlands were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the area, plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich? I think we've kept him in the dark long enough. Yeah, let's go tell Sir Emmerich, man. Emmerich is one of my favorite characters in the entire game. I have no qualms with going and telling him what's up. I'm hoping he will be jazzed to hear it and not upset. Alright, let's see, the broom? I don't remember. No. Let's go to the Forgotten Knight. Man, my teleports are going stupid fast. They would have been pretty fast, but they're like even faster than fast. Alright. Let me in, peasant. Oh, we're gonna get a voice cutscene? Maybe?
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Ah, the moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the Manacutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
Man, everyone's able to travel like stupidly long distances in like no time at all. Dan Lannion just like the hop, skip, and a jump, man. It's like a ways away.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
Ain't no thing.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these Manacutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no!
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let you go, dude.
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots? There are others.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I forget how short Alphino is. He is, I mean, elves are already pretty tall, but like him being an elf and being stupidly short is always comical.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander.
I'm just saying, they need to put him on a stack of phone books. Wait, they don't have phone books, tomes. Just send him on a stack of tomes that look like phone books.
What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury. You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
He looks like a petulant teenager.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
I just noticed his little tie.
Would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
I have picked Master Alphino's pride, I fear, but had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. I mean, he ain't wrong. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the Manacutters. Yep. Well, that's true. No, I just think it's funny. I have not really paid attention to the fact of how stupidly... I just didn't notice. I don't know if he gets taller later on, but he is stupidly short. I won't say stupidly, I'll say comically short. Oh no, it's level 30. Oh, he's a brand new machinist, level 30. Good luck, dude. Best of luck to you, sir. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Over here? Okay. Tiberius, old friend. The cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get to where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through the wind barrier like a cement drill through cottage cheese. And that, my friends, is the Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light. The dread worm awaits. Let's go. The area now accessible. Alright, with that, I think that's a perfect jumping off point. We'll start the episode with getting right into the area. So, with that, San Dimas High School football rules, and what's that thing? Oh yeah, till next time.